Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at, is this the best time to buy AMD stock? And if it is, what are the reasons for that? I'll also take you over the options data that may also help us give some clarity based off of where the forward looking interest is of the traders, and does that support, is this the best time to buy AMD or doesn't? So let's take a look at all of that in this video. Before going further, I also want to let you know none of this is any financial advice and is only for education purposes. Just sharing my opinion here. Please do your own thing. Now, so AMD overall has been in the downtrend so far. There are a couple of areas, especially the blue box at the bottom that you are seeing around $114, that I have been emphasizing that it's a very prominent, important level. We'll get to all the details in just a second. But one point that I want to make before we get into the more depth here, whenever AMD has tried to form any strength or uptrend, and you can precisely put the timeline in the chronological order, there is an analyst always, not just single analyst, but during these times, analysts are coming out and downgrading AMD as if they're all working in collusion, right? All together, right? And definitely it's in, they might have a lot of short position. It's in their best interest to not let it become in an uptrend. However, now we have gotten to a point on AMD stock that many areas, or the zone that AMD stock is in, there are many points that are really supporting the confluence of a very prominent strong support area. One is definitely this demand zone. Look, nothing is guaranteed. We still have to have a stop loss, but these are the important areas to watch the price action as it starts to turn in an uptrend, and we don't have downgrades, so we don't break the structure again. These are the times to build the position, definitely with the stop loss on the other side. But as I said, this is a strong demand zone. This is where we saw a lot of price action built up. We did break out, however, analysts downgraded it again. However, everything is not lost yet. Though we came down, but we found a support at the 200 weeks moving average. Let's get to the weekly interval. And that's what I was pointing you to, is that keep an eye on this area of 200 weeks moving average, $115 almost, right? So technically, as long as we are holding above it, this is the best area. Compound that together with the previous demand zones, right? And so there will be a little bit of a drift when we have such a strong dry momentum on, which is right now been on the downside, right? And analysts also coming out and downgrading this thing. It's funny how analysts, when they want to pump it up, when the price is up here, they're all upgrading it, and when the price is down here, they're all downgrading it, right? It's just so funny to see how analysts work, right? They're never on time and they're never accurate. So anyways, so yeah, are we confirmed in an uptrend though? I would say no, but well, depends. When I said depends, I mean if you will use my tools on the active mode, it's a good strong rebound that is happening. Yes, it's a uptrend in the near term on the active mode. On the passive mode, no, we are not in a full-on uptrend yet. It's a good rebound though at a very prominent important level. So technically, I am okay again, which I have been, to build the position through it, and definitely the stop loss now in this case below the 200 weeks moving average area that I just showed you, that is below 115, right? Now let's get to the hourly interval, because we can make some more precise price action determination from here. Now, as I said for the last day, that as if we break out above 119.51 cents, day trade will go to the uptrend. And I haven't forgotten about showing you the options that I'll get to that in just a second. I want to first wrap up the price action here. And we are also holding still that trend line technically in the price action. So intraday or hourly interval, to put it, we are still in a ongoing directional uptrend. And for that, the best thing I like to do is to go to the 4 hours interval. All right, and on the 4 hours, we have been holding the direction still to the uptrend over here. Let's turn on my tools for a second. So we do have on the directional basis a hold on that direction that we gained here. So this is where things turn confirmed bullish, right? At least on the 4 hours play. So now, and yes, on the daily mode, active mode, we are bullish. Passive mode, we want to see more confirmation. We are not fully bullish there. So that's why the strength is not full on confirmed yet. But anyhow, so intraday, hourly interval, it's still fine. And it's, as I just showed you, it's right at that areas on the daily, on the weekly interval where there has existed previous demand zone. Lower time frame is the start, at least hourly interval I will say is a start to capture those early moves and then roll over the positions for the long term into swing as long as price action continues to hold, and then it's all about position management from here on the hourly interval, size in and out, and accordingly as the structure continues to either continue in that given direction or it breaks, accordingly size in, size out, and stop losses. Now in this case, very simply put it, we are fine direction wise as well. We are above the trend line, and we are, as I just showed you direction wise, we are forming higher lows already and higher highs here. So now if any pullback happens, as long as we hold the trend line, and I don't want to see it come back again to 119.52 but I would say trend line with the support of 120, either any pullback until then is technically just a pullback. And definitely if we break out above 122 and 13 cents, that is a significant level. And that's why these significant levels, again, everything is marked by my tools, and my tools, if you need access to my tools, links in the description below. There's also a mystery discount for an annual membership. Details are in the description of this video that will tell you everything what you need to know. Now, this significant level here, which gave significant level, was already here, and we had a resistance, a supply zone. We are again seeing a resistance, but what we are seeing also at this time together with that resistance though, we are not slipping lower. Buyers are holding, and when buyers hold closer to the supply zone, multiple hours of buy, there's a high likelihood of breaking out of the supply zone, which in this case will be the significant level 122 and 13 cents. And as if we break out above it, it's a breakout play, day trade, however you want to take it. I'm providing you the structure, and that breakout can open it up to the level of 127. May not happen within the same day, may take it 2 days through the pullbacks, or 3 days as well, but that's the next level it opens up the doors to once we break out above $122 area. All right, now this brings me to the options data, but just to point out that in my opinion, it's a great place to build again, but have a stop loss on the other side based on your risk tolerance. And definitely, as if we can come back up again in this area, which is pretty much until like 127, it is a good base foundation formation, but definitely we want to see continuation, breakout to the upside. But it's an early start, and I think it's a good price action as long as just a structure I showed you, we hold it. But just because there's just so much importance sitting at so many levels here, intervals and the demand zones and everything, I still think it's a very best place. Definitely if we lose 200 weeks moving average, as I have said to you before, then unfortunately we have a room to slip down all the way to $100 area, and because that's where the next demand zone existence is, right? And that's where I would like to see then the price action. So definitely you can't run away from the stop losses, but I still think this is a very in the given price action, this is not in the middle of nowhere. It's at really best good place here. Okay, for the buy. All right, let's go over the options data, but before that, I just want to highlight that Intel is also looking at a really good play. I did a video on this yesterday. I did it late night, so I don't know if you got a chance to check it out, but check it out here. It's looks like a really good buy, but I have explained my thesis here in this video. Check this out, and all of the stocks, if you want to check it out, just check it out. There's a lot of good plays building up. So anyways, okay, so let's go to the options data. Let's get to the daily interval here first. Let's take a look at the options sheet. So the interest is on the calls side. All right, the bulls are showing a lot of interest for this coming week. $130 is where the spike is on the options. And since, as I said, compound that together, or put it in confluence together with the price action, I do think the calls are supporting the price action, or price action is supporting the calls, is what I should say. But again, nothing is guaranteed. We have to have a stop loss. But right now, the probability is looking much more to the upside. So 130, right? Yeah, 130 is where the spike is, which is somewhere here. Yeah, which is right around here. which is also a resistance level. But once we start to come all the way to 127, sure, 130 is a possibility. But yeah, but that's a good also resistance level. So I will give it a 50-50 chance of happening 130 and above for this coming week. But what I want to show here is that not just $130. I'm just showing you where the interest of the traders is, right, on the option side. 124 also is the overall. There is more interest on the calls side on AMD than on the put side. $124 is the another one where we have a good interest. And I do think as if we continue in an uptrend, 124 is very possible. So anyhow, this week, I think as if we stay in this upward structure that I showed you on the hourly interval, we do have a possibility of testing at least 127. We'll see. But that's AMD for this video that I want to talk about. All right. That's all, guys. And I'll see you in my next videos. All right. Take care. Bye.